what he's learned is when he doesn't want to do something is to fight like hell. And if he can't stop what's going on, once he's worn himself out, he just quits. Get some cheese here or what? Okay.
Would you like to use this Jolly Treat?
Not right at the moment.
Okay.
I was just testing to see. Now, if the fear stuff is pretty seriously based, it overrides the hunger drive.
Right, yes.
Now, he's already shaking.
Yeah, he didn't pick up the cheese.
Right, he didn't pick up the cheese. So that usually tells me that, yeah, we got an imbalance going on here. And probably any stuff. So let's see here. This is gonna be okay. We're gonna throw it off. All right. Oh boy, are you ready? You know, smart dogs walk on the leash. Really nice. Yeah, they do. All right. Now let's put you down. Very good. Very good. All right. Ready? Let's go. Come on, good. That's more like a reaction. There we go. Now when I do this, I don't argue with them. I don't fight with them. I just stand here until I can stand here as long as you do until, and usually they figure out, oh, the problem is me, right? So I'm taking it, ready, let's go. Oh boy, let's go. Woohoo, yeah, let's go. Good, that's it, good. Yeah, all you gotta do is come with me. Let's go. Whee, let's go. Yeah, so basically he'll just, okay, let's go. Woohoo. There we go. Good boy. Good. Now, good. All right. Now, this is big improvement over last time.
Yeah, it
Awesome.
is.
But what I'm feeling right now is that let's break and let you work on him.
Yeah,
Okay? Because I didn't get, he fought much harder,
yeah.
much longer, and when he quit, he really quit.
Oh, yeah.
And he was really up. So, this is progress. And he's almost starting to move, but I felt all along we're going to get through it here, but I think I want Nels to unstick him and do all that. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it makes good sense
All
to
right,
me.
let's
Yeah.
get you. Yeah, oh boy, you big bum. Come on, oh boy. Here we go. Oh.
Yeah, you're.
All right, good job, Rennie. But he's got his fingers on the points now. He's just
Not necessarily the same points that you'll do, though.
right, but he's doing what he's feeling, and
Yeah.
he monitors the pulses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find pulsations. All right. Look at him go.
Yeah. All top of my primroses. I will have words later, sir. Oh, we've decided this is a good thing.
Well, see, yeah.
Yeah, we've decided this is kind of fun. Oh, there's a sniff.
Let's stay out of the bushes. Stay out of the bushes. Good.
Good
out of the
boy.
bushes.
Good boy.
Good.
Good boy, Rennie.
Yeah, let's
Good
stay out of
boy.
the bushes in the corner. Yeah, good. Good. Excellent. Good. Very good.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look
Look at that. Excellent. Excellent. Have a close encounter with a tree, Martha. Oh, what a good boy, Rennie. What a good boy. Boy, Rennie, you're doing really well. Oh, Rennie, what a good boy. What a good boy.
All right, let's go. All right, let's kind of go this direction.
Let's see. Let's see.
See, now he's arguing a little bit, but not nearly as much. Oh, look at that dog.
Oh, that's Maddie.
Look at Daddy.
That's Maddie. You want to meet Maddie?
Oh,
You want to meet
Maddie,
Maddie?
the Cavalier King Charles,
Ah.
down on the corner.
She's so cute, he ought to just melt.
Yes, she is. A little chubby.
Look at him. He's definitely wanting to pull Martha down there.
He hasn't seen another dog since we brought him home
Yeah.
when he was at 9 weeks.
Oh boy! Let's go. Let's go. Oh, let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Yay! Yay! Go! Good. Good. Woohoo!
Look at you. Look at you, Rennie. What a good boy. What a good boy.
Oh wow! That's why we're so excited. Yeah.
What a good boy, Rennie. What a good boy.
But did you see that? He worked through it.
Yep.
And then came with me. Oh.
Yeah. Look at
What
this.
a good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Rennie. Good boy.
Really good. Really good.
I think he's starting to figure out that there might be a compromise involved with this leash. Sometimes I go where I want, and sometimes I go where it wants.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's pretty darn good. He's really following. I mean, with not too much struggle.
We're going to go this way. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. No, this way. This way. That's it. This way. I'll take that. Not
Jane contacted me about Rennie because he's what I call one of the COVID-affected dogs because he's about a 7-month-old fluffy Corgi. So he was gotten during the pandemic, and so they couldn't. It sounded to me like the breeder kind of put big fear into Jane and Tom that don't let him get exposed to anything and all of that until he's vaccinated, and then the pandemic's happening, and so they didn't even take him in for his last vaccine, and so he'd been completely isolated with them in their home. And fluffy, long-haired fluffy Corgis, I have found as a behavior therapist over the years, can be dicey to work with anyway. but he was, you know, he'd always been a sweetheart, but he was virtually unhandleable. I couldn't get really collars and harnesses on him, but the biggest problem was if you put a leash on him, he would just have a temper tantrum and flip his cookies. And of course, so then they couldn't take him anywhere if they wanted to, because he couldn't be on the leash. So I went and did a session with them, and once I got them educated and was working with Rennie and so forth, prior to COVID and with what the cases I would deal with, working through a dog that has a temper tantrum on the leash and won't go is usually something I can relatively easily work through in maximum 10 or 15 minutes. You know, back and forth. There was no way I could work through it with Rennie. And I realized his pattern had become, he learned that if he didn't want to do something, to just fight it. Because, you know, his human parents, you know, when he had such a temper tantrum, they'd stop what they were doing. So he learned that fighting it worked. Yeah. So he learned that fight, and if that doesn't work, then quit. And so he would just freeze and lay down and not move. And as long as I worked with him, I knew that I was not going to be able to successfully work all the way through this, and something else needed to be done. And that, of course, I'm thinking, let's pull Nels on with this and let's see how good he really is. You know, and so I didn't know what to expect. I don't know either, but I think you have, you know, film of, we ended up I did a follow-up session and met you there, and we filmed it and then worked with him, and by golly, we worked through it, got him walking on the leash, and what was that, 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago, and I went back 2 days later to make sure that what we had done had held, because there's a possibility he'd be back to where he was in a couple of days. But no, he drugged me to the door to go for a walk, and we went for a walk around the neighborhood. And now in this last couple of weeks, Tom and Jane, you've been walking him 4 times a day, and
Jane walks him maybe 3 times a day.
But he's doing, and look at him now, doing better and better. Now today, when we got him out and started working with, we wanted to get the film and see him before Nels worked on him, he was just absolutely, I don't care about anything except pulling and sniffing. And but now you can see he's not just totally focused on everything else, and he's not dragging Jane all over the place. He's walking much calmer on a leash. Frankly, I find that pretty amazing, because usually that doesn't happen unless you do some training. So we've got a pretty miraculous turnaround here for this guy.
All right. Awesome.
Are you miraculous?